Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madness. Moving on to our video.
Yes, I am asking and begging all of you viewers and subscribers of the Jamaica Young Police channel and people in the diaspora in Jamaica, if you have seen this man, his name is Javon Pinnock. Yes, you know, some people on the street, they call him Froggy. He have a scar on the left side of his face. This man is wanted in New York by the NYPD for the murder of Javon Jamison, aka Blingers. The reason why I want we're advertising this man photograph and future mugshot is that this man has murdered Javon Jamison in cold-blooded. He and another man named Christopher King. Christopher King is in custody, awaiting trial, and it's coming up to the 2-year anniversary. And I'm just asking, I'm just pleading to you Jamaicans in Jamaica, because this man is in Jamaica, please, to do the right thing for once. Do not follow the criminal-minded and the carabuncles and the dirty bungles in Jamaica, and by protecting this man. He has taken a man's life and he needs to face justice, so that whenever the police when the police visit wherever he's hiding in Jamaica and he resists, they can send him to the departure lounge. The family just need justice. That's all we're begging you. So moving on to today's video. Yes, as you can look at the LCD, as I said to you at all times, whenever we're doing a video, always look at your phone, your LCD, and you will see, where we're going with the topic. So, the Prime Minister, Dr. Holness, Jamaica is on the right path, Please do not echo the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization talking points. We don't serve sympathy coffee, sympathy tea, breakfast, lunch, or dinner to murderers. So please, refrain, no use the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal talking points, ever. Because once you do that, you show sympathy for criminals. We don't show none. We don't serve them sympathy. You're doing a fine job. Look here, may I tell you this, best job you're doing since since Edward Seaga limit office as Prime Minister, February 1989. Don't take your foot off your pedal, man. You have promised the people in Jamaica that eventually they must sleep with them door open and windows, and this is where it's heading. So we know here with the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization talking points. We want the criminals them to be on the run. Smart gummy beer golden top killer Danville Palmer for runway. Him the Barbados, and we get him out because we want him back to Jamaica. Because we're tired of these people we are prey upon our good citizens. Yes, we're tired of them. So, as I said, this is a direct message to Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Stand firm against crime and criminal sympathy, man. This message is direct to the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Holness. It is time to put an end to the political motivated rhetoric and the repeated use of PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization talking points that promotes sympathy for murderers, gangsters, and hardened criminals. The people of Jamaica, especially the law-abiding citizens who have suffered for far too long, do not want to hear any more pleas for restraint from the police when dealing with violent criminals who have no hesitation in killing their victims in cold blood. Prime Minister, your focus should never be on the well-being of criminals, but the innocent men, women, and children who have been terrorized by these heartless monsters for decades. When you stand before the nation to speak about crime, your words must reflect the priority of the victims, not the perpetrators. We don't serve sympathy, coffee, sympathy, tea, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or supper to murderers. All we give them is the real bitters, or them get a one-way ticket to the departure lounge. The days of pussyfooting around is over. You deal with people who boast over the murder people. We don't have sympathy for them. The people demand security, not excuses. Your administration had promised where people can sleep with their doors open. This is a security policy that the people want to hear, not political correct sound bites that protect criminals. The proof of whether you are serious about fighting crime is in the results, not in soft-spoken speeches. We don't want you tell them boy or tell police about no restraint. We ain't that. We want them to bring the fight to us, so we can send them all of them to the departure lounge. Look on the history. One murder you have in a St. James, one in a and some you have none. This is Jamaica people. You know me and my friends them who are going to Jamaica for Easter because of what is happening. And people who have been there and come back in America and I tell people, say, boy, hey, everywhere you go you see police, you know, I'm feel safe, I can't walk with my chain, I don't have to worry. When I see them, I encourage people who wear the chain on the still, you understand? So Jamaicans are witnessing the efforts of the security forces who have been working tirelessly to reclaim communities from the grips of criminal organizations. The Jamaica Young Police Channel and other news media platforms have documented the real impact of these crime-fighting strategy. Yet, traditional media outlets in bed with criminal sympathizers. Yeah, so these people, they refuse to report what is happening in their country. Positive things. So, you know, negative news sells. So, this is positive news. So they refuse to tell the people what is happening in Jamaica. You understand? The real impact on these crime fighting strategy to give these successes the attention they deserve. The reality is clear. The security forces have been delivering results and the government must stand behind them without reservation. The crime rate is declining because of the brave men and women who are unafraid to confront the violent criminals who have long held the countries hostage. Yes, they have long held the countries hostage. These officers deserve support, not cautionary lecture. Zero sympathy for criminal, empathy for victims. Prime Minister, Holness, the only people in the country who should extend any form of sympathy, your concern and empathy are the victims of crime. Those whose lives have been shattered by murderers, rapists, extortionists, and gangsters. The criminals themselves, they deserve nothing. No pity, no compassion, no room to breathe. The only place they belong are in prison cells or in the departure lounge. The same way, they have no second thoughts about taking the lives of innocent Jamaicans. The state must have no hesitation in dealing with them accordingly. Your words must empower the security force, not restrain them. When you speak about crime, you must send a clear and unwavering message that, one, criminals must be crushed. Criminals must live in fear of losing their lives, not law-abiding citizens. The police will have the full backing to do what is necessary to restore peace. The rights of law-abiding citizens will always come before the so-called human rights of criminals. Get rid of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal talking points. Sound, be a bold and strong leaders. You're not a prime minister for no criminals. And that if you make them know. I am a prime minister for law and abiding citizens, not prime minister for criminals. Period. Jamaicans are tired of soft governance when it comes to crime. They are tired of leaders who speak boldly when criminals die in shootout but remain silent when innocent Jamaicans are murdered. Tell Michael Jackson and Jamaican for Justice and the others to go to hell. It is time to be unapologetic in the war against criminals. Crime must be eliminated, not managed. Prime Minister Holness, Jamaicans don't want crime to be managed. They want it eliminated. They want it gone. They don't want restraint from the police. They want aggressive, strategic, and relentless actions that ensure these criminals are wiped out. Them don't want them to even pat them. They want you to get rid of them. They want the police force to get rid of them once and for all, straight to the departure line, and I support that. The message to the government is simple. Support the security forces fully. Uphold the rights of victims and ensure criminals either rot in prison or meet them in straight to the departure lounge at the hands of the law. The people are watching. The police are watching. The time for empty words has passed. Only actions matters now. Yeah, so we are letting you listen to the Prime Minister, why we do this video. You never say, the police force be restrained. We don't know that. No restraint. You understand? So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
The lowest on record since 2000. With only one murder in St. James, one in St. Elizabeth, one in Hanover, and 0 in Trelawney. While we are seeing the positive results of these efforts in the continuing decline in homicide rates, continued oversight and reinforcement of the value of restraint are key to sustaining these gains. Our security forces must have the monopoly on the use of force on behalf of the state, and our security officers must therefore strive in every interaction with the public to demonstrate they can be entrusted with this responsibility. At the same time, however, criminal elements must understand that regardless of what kind of firepower they may have, they stand no chance against a highly trained constabulary that has the country behind.
So that's recording about with the Prime Minister talking about the police and restraint. That is from Radio Jamaica. Radio Jamaica is a part of the Jamaica Gleaner. It's a part of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. So them get the Prime Minister to repeat PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization talking points and sympathetic statement to criminals, murderers. So Prime Minister Holness, steer the course. No room for criminal sympathy. Prime Minister Holness, Jamaica is finally on the right path in the fight against crime and criminals. The relentless efforts of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the security forces have led to a historic decline in the murder rate, proving that firm, decisive action against criminal is the only way forward. No, it's not the time for hesitation, weakness, or political correctness. We cannot afford to give criminals any wiggle room. Leaders, echo the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization talking points, which prioritize the so-called rights of murderers over the safety of law-abiding Jamaicans. It sends the wrong message. Criminals do not need a lifeline. They need to be put down or locked away permanently. I said that already and I say it again. Criminals must live in fear of losing their lives and not the law-abiding citizens. Stop make PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization talking points. You're not a PNP. You're a labor right. Yeah, Mr. Prime Minister, I don't see you walk around with a murderer like Mark Gummibeer Golden, as they have done with Danville Palmer and other known killers. As you see, he's there with Sammy, a man who's an extortionist, and you see Ritdick, who's a known drug dealer, and a Dan who wants to be the Dan for both this one jungle thing. We do not serve sympathy coffee or tea, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or supper. Stop the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization rhetoric. Jamaica is on the right path. Continue. Now is not the time for hesitation. Every time you echo PMP, LGBTQ plus criminal organization talking points, why the criminals them feel comfortable. We don't want them comfortable. Criminals them supposed to stress. A guy supposed to worry every time him touch him gun. If him live for see, the next second. You understand? We don't believe in human rights and a murderer. Murderers now you violate people's rights. You give up all rights to live. Murderers over the safety of law-abiding citizens. It send the wrong message, man. Criminals do not need a lifeline. Them need to go straight to the departure now. So if you cannot support the security force, say nothing. Don't tell the police them the security force to go restraint. Restraint what? A man, a killer, and you go feel man him, you understand? Police not trained for shoot people on them finger or them foot. No make Michael, the broad-faced woman, Michael Jackson and Jamaican for criminal, which is a part of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization coming out along with them acolytes, because you think them love Jamaica, a power they are all about. We can't make them people. We can't make this big belly white guy come be the slave master over we as black people. If you don't have nothing good for say, man, don't say nothing, man. Don't say anything. Let the police them, because at one point in time, I tell you this as a whole police, the police they never like you, because them see you as a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporter. Although you're a labor right. Because of your talking points. If you don't have anything good to say, man, don't say nothing. Let Dr. Blake or Dr. Chang do the talking. That's not your speciality. You take care of the economy, them take care of crime. Nobody restrain nothing. Restrain what? I would say if you don't have anything positive, man, empowering or supportive to say to the men and women who risk their life daily to rid the country of crime, then say nothing at all, man. Not do it. You don't want to demotivate or demoralize the security forces to appease who? We are trying to appease. You can't, hey, look here, a leopard never changed its spot. A snake can shed its skin, but it's still a snake. Don't say nothing. Jamaicans do not want to hear soft warning about restraints, while police officers and innocent citizens are being targeted by criminals who have no hesitation to pull the trigger. The police must be unshackled, emboldened, and given full backing to carry out their duties without fear of political backlash. If you must say anything, let it be this. With this advisory again, as the Prime Minister of this island, I would rather fatal shootings increase and the murder rate decrease. By saying that, you tell the Jamaican people them, you know who me care about? The law-abiding citizens, not the criminals. I don't care about them, because they are the one that causing problem in the country and the society. Once the people them realize and know who you're looking out for, because you know an excuse. There's no excuse a man kill a man. Because when him kill him, I'm gonna get the man life. You're gonna rob the man and him family and him friend and him community and cause mourning. You don't want that, man. This is the kind of leadership Jamaicans want to see. This is the language that make killers fear the police, fear the government, and fear the consequences of their actions. Once you as the Prime Minister of this island, you give Michael Jackson, the big broad-faced woman, the middle finger, by saying, as Prime Minister of this island, I would rather fatal shootings increase and the murder rate decrease. It's as simple as that. You can't, you have no control over what a criminal are do. Yeah, what kind of restraint what? You behave like say a police a take man out of jail and show them. What kind of madness that? That me tell you say this PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization mindset, what them teach the people them at University of the West Indies, is a destructive thing. If you never sympathetic to criminal, you would not be saying that, man. Cut it out, don't say nothing. Police them at work, let them work. Not say nothing. This is the kind of leadership Jamaican want to see. killers make killers fear the police and fear for losing them life. This is the approach that ensure that the murder rate continues to decline. Once a criminal them know say you on the police side, them know say them ghost cook. Fear must return to criminals, not the law-abiding citizens. You can't see some have a good thing going and then you go kick over the milkman. I want to see Mr. Holness. For far too long, criminals have the upper hand in Jamaica. They have ruled neighborhoods, controlled communities, and acted with impunity. But now the tide is turning. Criminals should wake up in fear every day, knowing that the reign of terror is coming to an end. The fear must no longer belong to shopkeepers who worry about extortion, taxi drivers who fear of being robbed or killed, family who buried their loved ones due to gang violence, business owners who struggle under the weight of crime. Instead, the gunmen, murderers and extortionists must be the ones living in terror. And sure, if today is the day the police will put them down or drag them off to prison, never to be seen again. Tough leadership wins. Softness encourages criminality. Let me repeat that, Mr. Holness, because you don't understand this thing, you know. Just leave the crime fighting thing to Dr. Chang and Dr. Blake. You no comment, no make no comment about no criminal yet. I know that your administration benefit from the crime fighting thing. You still have sympathy for criminals. Man, leave it alone, man. And stay on the economy. Don't say nothing about security. That's another your speciality. I'll let your wife deal with it, because it seems like your wife tougher than you. Tough leadership wins. Softness encourages criminality. Prime Minister, history has proven one thing: soft leadership in the face of crime leads to bloodshed. That's how the PNP, only thing the PNP is good for is creating criminals. Any hesitation, restraint or sympathy towards criminals will only embolden them. Leaders who try to balance crime fighting with human rights rhetoric only make the problem worse. Jamaica does not need leaders who are afraid to take the necessary steps. What Jamaica needs is bold, unapologetic stance against criminals backed by action. This is why it's imperative that you continue to support the police and members of the security force, maintain strong national security policies and ignore the call for restraint. The criminals must feel the pressure, not the police. Prime Minister Holness, the people of Jamaica are watching. They want action, not empty words. The murder rate is dropping because criminals are being dealt with. Do not let up now. The only acceptable future for Jamaica is one where the police are empowered, not restrained. The criminals are hunted, not coddled. The victims get justice, not sympathy, not just sympathy. Jamaicans want a safe country, not a crime-managed one. Continue the pressure. Support the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defence Force fully, and even the warders them, and ensure that criminals remain on the run, on the ground, or behind bars. So, have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out. I want the more soft talking, no sympathy for no criminal. We don't serve that over here. You have to be tough when you deal with criminal. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.